So I'm continuing to talk about the human energy field. And instead of talking about people getting in your energy field and hurting it, I'm going to talk about when your phone starts acting weird. Like my phone is acting weird right now. When I'm looking at it, it just doesn't seem to be lining up the video and the audio. Is it part of my human energy field? Yes. Why is that? Because everything is connected. And if my human energy field isn't working properly with the phone energy field, then something is going to look weird. Would you recognize a miracle if you saw it? We're on a voyage of discovery. Some people call it a healing journey. I look in here at my eyes and I look exhausted. Why am I exhausted? Because I've been under demonic attack all day. Why are demons attacking me? I still don't know. Demons just do what they do. There's no logic or intelligence to it. They find someone and they attack. What do they get out of it? Most of the demons that I see, they don't know why they're demons. They really don't know why, but that's pretty much what it's like on planet Earth with humans. Demonic humans. They don't know why they're demonic. They don't even know they are demonic. They think they're perfectly normal. And pretty much society often treats them like they're normal and gives them positions as your boss. Anyways, we're going to move along and we're going to keep telling you about how do you fix your demonic entity inside of you. Why? Because unless you've got a consciousness calibration of, let's go with 1,000, that was where Jesus and Buddha are. Unless you're at 1,000 maxed out on the scale of human consciousness, what you can look up on the internet, look for the version. It's going to be difficult to find the right version because there's so many ones that have been distorted. But if you can find one that says Dr. David R. Hawkins on it, or you get one of Dr. David R. Hawkins' books, it's in there, and that's the right one. You'll be able to see. And the best book is Transcending the Levels of Consciousness, The Stairway to Enlightenment, David R. Hawkins. This one, of all his books, is the one that tells you about the individual levels and what's going on with them. And if you can muscle test or find someone qualified to muscle test you, you can get an idea of where you're at. And then you can look up in this textbook where you're at. And it will tell you the action to take. It'll tell you about what your consciousness is all about. And then you could read about what the levels of consciousness above you are. And you can read about the levels of consciousness below you are. Get totally familiarized with a book like this. And you've got a good way of increasing your consciousness. And the miracle is going to be you doing something for yourself in this lifetime that you can take with you into your next lifetime. because nothing else is going to go with you to the next world. Nothing. Just your realized level of consciousness. That's all you can take with you. So everything that you're doing around here on planet Earth that's not related to raising your consciousness is a waste of time. I'm sorry, but if you're into sex, drugs, and Cocoa Puffs, it ain't going to raise your consciousness. It might even lower your consciousness and bring you to a worse rebirth than what you've got here on planet Earth. You want to be reborn as what do you hate the most on the planet right now? What is it? Is it a kind of human that you don't like? Is it certain kinds of animals that you find creepy? It's quite likely that whatever you hate the most is what you're going to be in your next lifetime. Yep. Whatever it is that you hate the most, that's what you're going to be in general. Not in general. Maybe you'll have a lifetime as something else, and then the thing you really hate the most. That's karma. So don't hate things. Because the more you hate things, the more you have to experience that thing that you hate to balance out your karma. So you get the lesson. Because it's all about giving your soul a lesson. And the lesson is if you hate that, you need to know why. And if you can't figure out why you hate that thing while you're in a physical form, you're going to go experience that thing and you're going to get the experience of being hated by people like you in that lifetime. It's a very long, arduous way of learning. But that's the way most people learn because they don't have access to a master teacher. In any event, I'm going to change my hat and continue to talk to you about discovery. And the main thing about discovery is you're going to places that you haven't been before in your consciousness. And how are you going to do that? You're going to have a lot more experiences. Where is your body parts? Have you given blood lately? If your blood is still alive, that's still you. And if someone's got it, can they do voodoo with your blood? According to this book, Synchrodestiny by Deepak Chopra, yes, they can. Because when they did some scientific tests, they found that your blood outside of your body still relaxes itself and enjoys it if you're looking at Playboy magazine. They took some blood cells, put them in a test tube, hooked them up to an EEG machine, and then the person whose blood cells they belonged to was looking at Playboy, and their EEG was showing a definite reaction with those cells in the test tube. Now, they didn't do things to the blood cells that are in the test tube and see if it had a reaction back to the body, but that indicates to me that you could somehow do something if you had people's live organs or blood. Don't know exactly how far you're going to go with this, but you put all of the dots together and you'll get voodoo. Why are we talking about voodoo? Because I got lots of voodoo going on around me. And I give blood on a regular basis. Someone, anyway, the whole point of it is I don't got no idea who's got my blood samples. They get supposed to go off to a lab. I don't know if they go to a lab or to a vampire. And if I asked myself, who's got my blood sample now, the answer is, don't be too concerned because whoever's got it is not using it for voodoo. And then I ask, who am I talking to? And they said, I'm your friendly neighborhood vampire. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And don't forget, I make lots of videos on cuckoo topics.